Okay, I'm going to jump into this review today because I've got quite a lot to say and I don't want to ramble, but I usually ramble because I genuinely just talk too much. So I'm going to try to be as clear and concise as humanly possible and not make this video be half an hour. So let's see how we get on. The lineup. So I was disappointed when I saw the lineup because, not because of the starting 11. Okay, I was a bit iffy about seeing Lanzini, but it was mainly the bench. It was mainly no Meepo on the bench. And I'll tell you why that annoyed me. You're probably already guessing. If you watch my videos, you know I spoke about this with Burnley. We had a bench basically full of defenders and no name striker. Now that would be a problem for any team, but when you have a team that's as bare bones as West Ham currently is, and you're relying solely on a player that is injury prone, he's injury prone, he gets tired, understandable, he's playing nearly 90 minutes for every match. If Moyes doesn't want to start Meepo, fine. Okay, I get it. He's young. He's not particularly proven. All right, you could also argue that we're saving him for the Doncaster game, but to not even have him as a safety net on the bench, I think is a really risky tactic from Moyes. I think it's a hugely stupid one in a way. I sat down when I saw the lineup and thought, okay, well maybe I'm going to think about the reasons why he wouldn't have him on the bench, and none of them, in my opinion, were a good enough excuse not to have Meepo just on the bench. Even if you didn't start him, just to have him there would be of utmost importance, in my opinion. But he didn't. Still frustrates me. And I do now want to see him start at Doncaster, or at least get longer than 5 minutes. Because if he didn't play him for this game, he would have been saving him for the Doncaster game. So I want to see him, and he better get more than 5 minutes. Otherwise, I can't understand Moyes' thought process on that one. There was no Snoddy, because there was a clause in his contract that when we sold him to West Brom, he couldn't play this game. He couldn't start in this game, which, listen, I'm happy about, because I've already got a head cold and I couldn't have coped with the disappointment of seeing him be really good against us. I mean, I'd not quite overseen him in a West Brom shirt. Yeah, I miss him a lot. But I'm glad. We didn't need a shithouse goal from Snodgrass. We just didn't need it. So happy. I wasn't emotionally ready. I don't think I'll ever be emotionally ready to see him play against us. So it was good that he didn't. And Diangana didn't play either, because also troubling for us. Into the first half, it was a very slow start. In my opinion, West Brom were troubling us and we were unable to break them down. And at times I thought we made them look good because there was no urgency from us. There was no real pace. I kind of put that down to fixture congestion. Like, you know, we can't even rest our good players at the moment because we just don't have enough players in rotation. So I kind of put it down to that, but we were very slow. I mean, they weren't even that good. It's just, it was a bit walking football, I think. But just before half time, just before the whistle was blown, Bowen scored a banger with his chest. Fantastic, good positioning, just a good goal run, and even the build up and Benrahma to Soufal and Soufal to Bowen's chest, just great. I thought Benrahma did some really lovely fancy footwork to Soufal, and Soufal did a fantastic cross. Now I want so badly for Bowen to have that consistency in his finishing, because if he does, we have an absolute beast of a player, and I know he has it in him. It's just he's not fine-tuned it enough, and that I want to see more from him, because I think we have such a talented player in Bowen that I want to see some more finesse in his finishing. Also, I'm super impressed with Soufal. Soufal would actually be my man of the match, because his crosses are just, I mean, his defending alone. What a fantastic buy for us. Souček Scout did such a good job. But his crossing it's so good, and just that goal is exactly what we needed going into half time, because it was a bit of a match up until that point. Just in the beginning into the second half, our defence closed their eyes. They weren't the only person that closed their eyes for a lot, which was the ref as well, but I'll come back to that. Defence closed their eyes for West Brom's goal. Far too much space. Dawson just went the wrong way. He wasn't that good today. I wasn't madly impressed with Dawson today, but far too much space. Deck had a couple of good shots. Talking of shot taking, actually, I'm just gonna go back a little bit. I thought Benrahma played really well today, and I thought Benrahma was just shooting. And okay, he wasn't finishing them, they weren't going in, but he was just shooting. And I I so badly want to see a goal from that man. I so badly want to see a goal from that man. So as I said, Deck had a couple of good shots. He was just shooting, which is what we need to be doing. They were good, very close, few chances, nothing more to speak of. And then Moyes put on Yarmolenko for Benrahma. Okay, so I angry tweeted when this happened. So I understood that he took off Lanzini for Fornals because Lanzini wasn't doing a great deal, and you know, Fornals, I'm only assuming that he was resting him and that's why he didn't start him. I thought Fornals should have started really in this game. But Yarmolenko for Benrahma, I did not understand, and I angry tweeted, like I said. I didn't get it because I thought Benrahma had been really good and Yarmolenko hasn't exactly proved himself much this season. He just hasn't been that good for us. He's been losing the ball. He just not very good. So anyway, Yarmolenko assisted for Antonio's goal. I retract my angry tweeting. Arise, Sir Moyes. I'm very sorry. This is why I'm not a manager. But cracking goal from Antonio. Genuinely such a good goal from Antonio. And literally just before that as well, I tweeted that Antonio looked knackered and should probably come off. Anyway, I'm going to stop tweeting and just generally stop giving my opinions on stuff because obviously I'm very, very wrong. But a great goal, and huge shout out to Cresswell, who put in a fantastic cross. Absolutely fantastic cross. In fact, I think Cresswell had been pretty good today, I must admit. Some genuinely good passing from him, some good crosses. I thought Cresswell was good. I know, me saying that out loud. Who'd have thought? But no, genuinely, I thought he was really good. Antonio was making runs all over the place. Like, the strength of that man, he was just picking West Brom players off. He was just pressing forward. They couldn't even catch him. They were trying to outrun him. No point trying to outrun Antonio. However, I do pray for his hamstring every night. And I kind of wish, I love it when he does runs like that, but equally I'm like, mind your hamstring. He was ruined. And okay, so Antonio made a shot that hit the moon. And I can't dig him for that. Because this man, he's putting his all in every single game. And he shouldn't have been on the pitch. So after he scored, he should have come off, in my opinion. But for who, I hear you ask? No one. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, he came off for Mark Noble, because that made loads of sense. So I understand we had no striker, so Bowen got moved up top, Noble came on. That was a stressful 10 minutes. I just wish, because that was peak Meepo time, literally peak Meepo time. And it's just so frustrating that we have to tinker with the team in that way because we just don't have another striker to bring on. It's not okay. It's not good. Having Noble on anyway puts us in a bit of a dangerous position because he just doesn't keep possession of the ball and we just lose it. So it was a stressful end to the game. I just think having a striker option has to be a legitimate thing. It has to be. We can't carry on like this. Either we buy one or Meepo has to be on the bench because it's just ridiculous. I thought we were done in because West Brom took a shot and I thought that had gone in and I thought that was it. I thought, right, it's going to be a draw. But you know what? We held on even with Noble and Yarmolenko on the pitch. Now, although Yarmolenko got that assist, he didn't hold up the ball very much afterwards. I don't think. He just doesn't keep hold of the ball. So although I retracted my criticism for him coming on, after his assist, he didn't do much. I just don't think he's that good. But we held on. And look, I think I stopped breathing for 10 minutes. And was it a perfect match? No. I think we're sloppy at times. And I think we still need to sort out our finishing. And that's something that really needs to be looked at and sorted because I think eventually that might be our undoing. But we're above Chelsea. Oh, I said I'd mention the ref. He kept closing his eyes and missing all the fouls against Souček. Awful ref. Blindfolded the entire game unless it went in the way of West Brom. But look, I need to go and have a stiff drink because West Ham stressed me out. But as I said, above Chelsea, onwards, cup run. West Ham, we're massive.